What is a mortgage recast and is it right for you? This is Dawn Connors at Mortgage One, and that's what we're going to talk about today. If you find my videos helpful, please give them a like with a thumbs up and also share out this video to others that could use this service. Furthermore, if you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll get videos like this on a weekly basis all about mortgages. All right, let's get started. What is a recast and does it benefit me? A recast is a re-amortization of your current terms of your loan, so current interest rate, and it recast over the remaining life of the loan based on the extra money that you put on the principal balance. Typically, you need to put at least $10,000, and then that money, the leftover balance that you have, is spread over the remaining life of the loan. So if you want to make a large payment on your mortgage, you have two choices. You can make that large payment and keep the payment the same, and that will just reduce the amount of time that you have paying on your mortgage, right? Because you'll make the payment, your payment will stay the same, and then the amount of time that you have left on your mortgage will be reduced by the amount of money that you make and looking at your amortization schedule. Or option number two is that you make that large sum of payment and you recast your loan. And so doing so keeps your loan term the same, so whatever you have left on your loan term, and it drops your monthly payment. So under what circumstances do people choose to do this? I've seen it three different times. When somebody receives a large bonus and they don't want to invest that money in mutual funds or stocks, but they want to apply it to their principal balance. I've seen it when someone's received a large inheritance and they want to apply it to their mortgage balance and they want to reduce their payment as well. And the third time that I see it is the most typical for me, is when someone purchases a home before they sell their existing home. They go and they sell their existing home and then they want to apply more money to the balance. So let me give you an example. I had a client that bought a home, qualified without selling, for $500,000. They spent $40,000 initially with down payment and closing costs, and then sold their underlying house for $300,000. And after paying off their existing mortgage, they had $100,000 additional. They chose to take $20,000, put it into their savings account, trying to replenish some of that $40,000, and then they took the remaining $80,000 and applied it to that balance on that new mortgage that had a balance of $475,000. It brought down the mortgage balance to $395,000, and they were able to reduce their payment through a recasting of their loan by a little bit over $500 a month. So that is what a recast is. It's reducing your monthly payment based on the extra money that you put. You typically need to put at least $10,000. Some mortgage companies will allow you to do a recast more than one time, so you have to check with your servicer. And there's some rules that you have to follow in order to make sure the recast is done correctly. They're pretty simple. The first thing is that you have to make at least one mortgage payment on your new mortgage with your existing mortgage payment, at least one mortgage payment. The second thing is you want to make sure you keep making those payments until the recast is complete and you have that new monthly payment. So the recast process takes about 45 days, and you want to make sure that you get that form and you complete it before you send that money, that lump sum payment money in, because it's a type of modification. You're asking the mortgage company to re-amortize your loan over your new balance, and so it's a type of modification. So they'll actually will send you modification paperwork, and then you'll either wire them the funds that you have that you want to reduce your monthly payment by, or you'll send them a cashier's check. There is typically a fee for recasting. It's not very expensive, usually about $350. So you'll send that fee along with the extra money. So a couple things as I wrap up. Typically I've seen a recast is only allowed with a conventional loan, not a government loan. So you'll want to make sure you check into that, hopefully before you have your loan originated, so that you have those options and know what your recast options are, so that you don't have the intention or the idea of recasting and then you can't do it. And the second thing is, it's good to talk to a loan officer before you recast your loan to make sure that it doesn't make more sense to refinance. If you can save at least a 0.5 percentage point in interest with very low closing costs, and you recast your loan at the same time, or you put a large principal balance down, maybe recasting isn't the right solution. Maybe refinancing is, where you can drop your interest rate and your payment because of the extra lump sum of money that you put on the balance. So you'll want to investigate that with a loan originator. I would say currently with market rates as they are, if you have an interest rate of 6.5% or greater, then potentially refinancing is going to make more sense than recasting. A lot of times banks ask you to wait 6 mortgage payments before you recast, so we can evaluate that as well. All right, this is Dawn Connors at Mortgage One, providing you fantastic mortgage solutions. Please let me know if you have questions and want to get in my schedule for an evaluation, recasting versus refinancing. Thank you.